Hey there, Michael Giannotti, Technical Architect, Solutions Architect, here at the PhillyMTC with monitoring and troubleshooting your Azure applications, one of three, a developer's perspective. Joining me today, we have the following.
Bill Emmer, Solutions Architect, covering the data platform.
Data platform.
Rich Ross, Solution Architect, covering Azure and application development.
And Todd First, covering what I call cloud infrastructure.
Cloud infrastructure.
Make
So
that up.
for this video, one of three, we're going to kick it off with Rich because we're talking about, you guys, from my understanding, we have a customer coming in tomorrow,
Right.
a healthcare customer, and they're moving applications to the cloud.
Actually, this customer is building their new application directly in the cloud.
Building it?
Building it. So they got a web application that they're using Azure Web Apps.
Okay.
They're using Azure SQL, and they're putting all of this things that they would typically do inside of an IaaS on premises or a VM. They're doing it right inside of the Azure PaaS environment.
So what are they looking to do? So they need to monitor this stuff, troubleshoot it?
Right. So they know how to do that when they're on premise or when they're in a VM.
Gotcha.
They're trying to, they want to come in and understand what do they need to do when they push this out to the cloud.
So from a developer's perspective, what are some of the things you're looking to be able to talk to them about tomorrow to ensure that their applications are functioning properly, they're building them properly, right?
Yep.
What is it you're going to be talking to them about?
So we're going to talk to them about all of the features that are available inside of Azure that you can go to and look at and see how your application is performing. So one of those is also kind of...
One sec, we got the big truck waited
exactly
right for you. There it goes.
Building some PaaS services.
It's building PaaS services. They're probably IoT right now.
Of course.
It's Azure. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So there's a number of things you can do. One of the things we're certainly going to talk about is something called the troubleshooting guide inside of your web app.
Gotcha.
So inside of there's some things you can look at really quickly that show the resource health check. Is your application performing well or not?
Right.
If it's not, there's a section in there with some common troubleshooting tips and things that you can point to with various links. And then finally, there's also a link to support if you need to go after that route. So that's just one of the things that's available. There's also an application for your web apps called Kudu that you can go to that give you all kinds of...
Kudu or Kudo?
Kudo.
Kudo, like
K-U-D-O.
kudos.
Yes,
but Kudo.
It gives you all kinds of telemetry around your application and logs and all kinds of information that you want to kind of troubleshoot what's going on. So those are the things that we're going to touch into when we...
And I would think with the Kudo, that'd be very important because people really want to be able to see with the telemetry data they're going to get, especially if they're going to do some iterative development, get back in there, they want to tweak their app, they're going to be able to get some real insight into what's happening.
Absolutely. That's going to be key to them to understand, you know, as they scale this application up or out and what's going on with your app as they go through. So.
Nice.
In addition, we'll put a link in the note when we post this as well. There's a really great Channel 9, or it's on Channel 9, but it's from Build 2015 around a session called "When Bad Things Happen to Good Apps." And it's a good.
It sounds like a Lifetime channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait a second, I think they usually blame the database for that.
Or the infrastructure guy, right?
That's right.
So that'll be something to take a look at. That'll give you a good idea of what you can do with your application you're building.
Nice. So if you have developers out there though, and they're looking to start to build their apps, they want to make sure as they're building them in Azure that they're doing it properly, that they're looking at things like Kudo and others, and really get into the, you know, the nitty-gritty around it, because obviously you're going to be talking more than 5 minutes to them.
Right.
You're not just saying, here's Kudo and here's this.
Yeah, that was just
you're going to
one
dive
example,
into it. What might they want to do?
So if you're building those kind of apps, certainly we'd love to have you come over here to the MTC, come in here, let's have an architecture design session around what app you're building and walk through some of those features that are available and get them specifically geared to which solution you're trying to solve.
Nice. So come in, if you have, talk to your local Microsoft rep, ask for an MTC session about building apps in Azure, so you're doing that properly.
Yeah.
If you're not here in the Mid-Atlantic region, we have counterparts to Rich.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
Yeah. Anywhere you are.
Anywhere. And I'm going to keep it, I'm going to leave it there. A movie came to mind, but I'm going to leave it.
All right.
So anything else?
No, I think that's a good call to action,
Yeah, so we'll have a link to them for that Channel 9 session from Build. And also really important, if you're looking to do this for the first time, talk to your rep, come into the MTC, let us help you.
Because there's a bit of a change. It's very easy for a developer to push things out there with the hooks in the Visual Studio and things of that nature, but taking that next step and really starting to lock things down in your app and make it production ready is what's important.
Awesome. So with that, this is one of three developers' perspective on monitoring and troubleshooting your Azure application. We're going to follow up in part 2 of 3. Come on back. We're going to be looking at a DBA's perspective. That, Mike Giannotti with
Rich Ross?
Todd first.
Bill Emmert.
have a great day. See you on the next time.